Hi guys, welcome back to another colorful Keto with Dory. So we are getting together with Spirit Warrior Wendy, and we are going to talk about what you guys have been dying to hear about. We're going to talk about her 30 days of carnivore. How did it go? Was it a success? Did she lose weight? Is she going to stay carnivore? We're going to get all of the answers. I'm so excited because I don't even know the answers yet, and I really should have the inside edge. Just saying. I really should know. And also, I'm hoping that nothing bad happens to my phone. I'm going to tell you guys a funny secret while we're waiting for Wendy. When I finished doing my live with Dr. Ken, my phone was so hot that I decided I would throw it in the freezer for a minute to cool off. And then when I was getting all set up to get ready to go, I was like, where's my phone? It was still in the freezer. So my phone was in the freezer for a half an hour. So I'm hoping that, as it thaws out, it's not an issue. Let's cross our fingers and toes. So we're getting all connected with Wendy. And I'm so excited to do this carnivore chat because you guys have had so many questions in group. I've seen lots of chat about carnivore on Instagram too. So I know that this is information you guys are dying to have. Miss Nurse Cindy is here. Oh, yay. And she's excited too. Nurse Cindy's going to do 2 weeks of the carnivore challenge with Dr. Ken. So I don't know why it's not connecting. It says it's connecting with you, Wendy. So hopefully she'll be here in a moment, because I can't really talk all that much about carnivore other than to say I know it didn't work for me. Okay, so let's see her request and go that way. Let's do it this way and add her. Okay, and we're trying to wait for her to connect. Yay, I'm so excited to see you, Miss Cindy. It was so much fun to chat with you this afternoon. I am so excited. I need to go through and post some of your videos too. Yeah, it's sending you a request, Miss Wendy. I don't know why it won't connect with you. I'll cancel that one. You send me a request because it doesn't seem to be working the other way. Can you send me? You're a delight, darling. I love your face. You're so awesome. You're so awesome. I can't wait to see how the carnivore works for you. I'm really excited. So you try to send me one, Wendy, and let's see if it works that way. I don't know why it's not connecting with you. It says it's connecting. Oh, my buddy Blaine. Blaine eats bacon. We love bacon together. Cheers. Cheers for bacon. I swear that if you want to make new friends, all you have to do is just walk around and say bacon. Just under your breath, be like, bacon, bacon, bacon. And you'll make friends, I promise. I sometimes do it in public, I won't lie. Just wander around and say bacon and see who follows you back. So again, it says we're connecting. So hopefully we can do that. And if it doesn't work that way, Wendy, Instagram was being really weird today. Apparently Dr. Ken's wasn't working. So if it doesn't work, we'll go the other way around. Okay, let's cancel it again and try it one more time and see. I don't know what's up. If worse comes to worse, we'll go the other way around, and you can meet me on my public page and I'll put it the other way on Facebook for everybody on Instagram. Oh my God!
Dog,
out, dog. Get out, dog.
Jeez, change my office. Now I don't have any privacy.
No privacy at all.
No privacy at all. Good evening, everybody.
Yay! Oh, okay.
I'm so glad to be here with you.
We're so excited. So, for anybody who doesn't know what you just, well, not finished because it's not the end of the month, but 30 days of, what did you do, Miss Wende?
So I did a carnivore challenge. Basically I challenged myself because now everybody's going to do this carnivore challenge next month with Nisha and Dr. Ken.
Yes. And ask for Cindy.
I've already done it.
Yay.
So we're here to talk about what it is, why you do it, what I found out, and am I going to carry on, and should you do it yourself?
So let's start first with what is carnivore, Wendy?
So what is, hold on one moment.
Yeah.
I'm seeing good things here. So using with Liz says you both look fabulous. Thank you so much.
Why, thank you, darling. If you just want to follow me around and say I look fabulous, I have space for a new best friend.
Everybody who's joined and we're really, really happy to have you here. So the first question is, what is carnivore? Carnivore is you're eating. Now, it gets stricter, but let's start with, if you want to do carnivore, where do you start? Okay. So you're cutting out all your vegetables. You're pretty much cutting out
all of them.
But your vegetables go, your nuts go, your seeds go. You're eating beef, you're eating chicken, pork, fish, organ meat, eggs. For those of you that eat dairy, you can eat some dairy, but most people who do carnivore tend to limit their dairy because it's inflammatory. We all know that dairy is responsible for people stalling on a regular basis. So people who are doing carnivore tend to drop that, but they will eat butter. Okay. You're using animal fats like beef tallow and lard and duck fat, butter. And if you're like me and you can't tolerate dairy at all, you can use ghee, which I don't use, but many people use in place of butter. And you're not supposed to use plant-based anything, okay? So you're not supposed to use coconut oil, avocado oil, you use bacon fat. I've eaten a lot of bacon grease this month. But I still have been using avocado oil and coconut oil because I don't touch any dairy. So I wasn't finding I was having any problems with it. Exactly. It's you got to weigh it out, right? I wasn't finding I was having any problems with it. It wasn't bothering me. I wasn't getting any weird breakouts, which I will because that's what I do. So as far as I was concerned, that was awesome. What else? Some people do eat avocado. I started off with avocado and found it gave me cravings, sugar cravings really bad, so I had to cut it. I can still eat berries, so I eat some berries, not daily, not every day, but just like, your hunter-gatherers, they didn't eat them every day either. They ate them when they found them, right?
Yeah.
And the one thing that I do is I make smoothies, so I use coconut cream and berries, and that doesn't seem to set me off at all. So it's the one treat, if you want to say there's a treat on carnivore. The point of carnivore actually is to get you from looking at food as entertainment to looking at food as fuel. And when you drop the entertainment portion of it, you stop missing pretty much everything, So that's how that is what carnivore is. You're basically eating this, and you're dropping pretty much everything that's inflammatory. Okay, so some people, plants can be very inflammatory to them. So when you drop that, and you drop all the plant sterols out of your body, it can reduce any residual inflammation in the body. It's a great way, actually, from what I've discovered. It's a great anti-inflammatory diet, like an elimination diet, because if you just do like beef and butter, your body is going to let you know when you start putting things back in whether or not it works.
Which is a really good idea, and I totally get the concept. Like, if you're obsessed with foods and food runs your life in an evil way, it might be a good idea. When I hear you say give up everything, a little piece of me dies on the inside, because the excitement and the fun of food is, I won't lie, I live for this. I live for this. But I understand that you don't, and you never ever did in the way that I do. Like, for me, my guy laughs at me. He's like, do you ever eat your food warm? Because I will make it, and then I will plate it, and then I will rearrange it, and I will take a picture of it, and then I'll change the angle on it, and I'll take a picture of it, and everybody laughs at me, because at my house, dinner is almost always done by the time I'm done taking the pictures of my food. And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't hurt my feelings to eat lukewarm food. I have to get this down because I will never have this again. I will never enjoy this again. It will never be as pretty as it is in this moment.
Yeah, so, and see, for me, I don't care. I've never cared, food is food, whatever. Which I know breaks Story's heart every time I say it, so I try not to say it.
Oh, I know. I do. Like, just a little bit of me dies on the inside. So, let's start with why. Why did you decide to try carnivore in the first place?
My body has been actually leaning this way for months. I have been eating less and less vegetables over the course of the entire year while I've been healing adrenal fatigue. I've been finding that more and more vegetables were bothering me, especially the nightshade family, but then it was starting to lean into the cauliflower, into the broccoli, into the Brussels. I'm like, what the heck is going on with me? And then we went to KetoCon. And when in Texas, you do like the Texans, and you eat all the barbecue.
You eat all the meat.
You eat all the barbecue because
all the meat.
Texas is all about the barbecue. Awesome. However, Nancy and Dory were struggling. They were eating, but they weren't getting their vegetables in. They were really miserable. They weren't going poop. They were both and here I am walking around. I'm glowing. I'm all the things. I'm feeling fantastic. Dory looks at me and she says, "You're doing really well on this carnivore thing." I went, "Yeah, you're right. I am doing really well on this carnivore thing." So, and then we bumped into Danny Vega, who keto counterculture.
Yes.
And he had the Fat Fueled family, who Dory has done a live with since we've been back from KetoCon.
So fun, yes.
And we bumped into him, and he had just talked about how he had eaten, what was it, something ridiculous,
like 22
ground beef or something.
Yeah, like 22 In-N-Out burger patties or something, I don't know.
He looked so healthy. Like, he looked really, really healthy.
Healthy.
And so
he looks really healthy.
And then Dory talked to him online. And, so then I came back home and it was, well, now what? So I threw vegetables back in my body and realized that I wasn't feeling that great. So I decided that I'd go carnivore for 30 days and see what happened.
So let's start with phase 1 carnivore, because you kind of touched on it. And in the beginning, even when we had looked at it and discussed it after KetoCon, you really wanted to have some avocado. And we clearly asked Danny Vega about that. Do you ever have the odd, berry or avocado? And he's like, well, for me, not really, but you can if you want. And you were like, because I really want. So let's talk about phase 1 carnivore avec l'avocado.
So phase 1 carnivore also was, with the avocados, was also the first 10 days before the food fatigue set in. So the first 10 days were great, other than the avocado, which was giving me sugar cravings, which made me realize that my insulin resistance is still pretty high because, avocados are pretty carby. And if you take all the carbs out and then you put carbs back in and you feel really crappy, or you're getting cravings or whatever, for me it was kind of a combination of both. That this is not something that perhaps you should be ingesting at this time. Maybe, your body needs to heal, remove it from your diet. You're not going to die without vegetables. Look at me. I'm not dying without vegetables, I promise you. And for those of you that are sitting there wondering, let me just get this off the plate now. I poop every day. Every single day. I poop. Okay? So, for those of you worrying about poop, you're still going to poop. You will poop. I promise you will poop.
I didn't.
Eating as I'm talking about poop. Can you tell me when we talk about poop and stuff food in our face at the same time?
Seriously, dude, it's 7:30 at night. I kind of didn't really have my first meal yet. Well, I made like 4 slices of salami into salami chips, and that's all I've eaten all day. And I was like, oh, dang. I might die, actually, though. Yeah, well,
I won't tell you where I'm at in food right now, but anyway, so the first 10 days included avocado it included all kinds of everything. I was trying to figure out what was what. Now, I had no vegetables. I had a few berries, that kind of thing. But basically, it was meat and eggs and, figuring out organ meats. Like, I eat chicken livers and chicken hearts because they're really, really cheap. So for those of you that are looking for a cheap, budget-friendly kind of way to get some carnivore in you, chicken livers and chicken hearts are awesome because they're really inexpensive. The first week I was lucky because ribeye steaks had been on sale. Mm-hmm. So I ate a lot of ribeye steaks the first week. They're really great because ribeye steaks, your fattier cuts of meat, are the right macros in terms of protein to fat. So you don't have to add any fat to that, right? So you're looking at your ribeyes and your higher end sirloins and all your really fatty cuts, your filet mignon, which no, I'm not eating that. But your really higher ends, because those are the ones that are fatty. Those are the ones that you want to be eating. If you're eating your less fatty ones, you want to be adding a fat to it, whatever kind of fat. So I started off the first week making bacon fat mayo. I can't stand it.
It's my favorite.
I was eating Hellmann's mayonnaise, but it was not doing good things to my digestive system, so we had to break up, and then the avocados and I had to break up, and then we hit day 10. And day 10 is when the food fatigue kicked in. And for the next 4 days, let me tell you how hard it was to stay carnivore. Because you're like, wow, like I really am only eating, meat.
Really am only eating just meat.
Well, and this is that time that when you hit the food fatigue wall, this is the time when you are starting to switch your thinking from food as entertainment to food as fuel. So in that time where you're feeling food fatigue, know that your body is switching. Know that your mindset is switching, right? So I got past day 14. Got through the rest of the month, and over the course of the month, I realized chicken goes through me, pork is, oh my God, you guys. So I gotta tell you.
I love you.
You know how they say factory farmed pork isn't keto, okay? I understand now why they say it. Because when you remove all the vegetables, then you have no choice but to figure out what meat is and isn't working with your body. Factory farmed pork does nasty things to your digestive system. So, eat it because it's budget friendly. Be aware that it's maybe not fantastic for your system, but at least it's protein, okay? Better than buying hot dogs, that kind of thing. So, it's checks and balances, weigh it out. For me, I have gone completely to ground beef, and I mix it with ground pork. And I will continue to mix it with ground pork until such a time as my digestive system says, no, I'm sorry, you can't have that ground pork either.
No pork for you.
But for now, I am. So if you're going to eat pork, if you're going to eat chicken, you need to add a fat to it because it's too lean, okay? Ground beef, you're going to want to get like medium ground beef because fat, right? So you want your medium ground beef, you want your fattier cuts of beef, you want to have the dark chicken, you want to have the skin, you want to have the pork with the fat on it. And if you have those, you want to add a fat to it. You want to have your fattier fishes. You want to have, salmon. If you're having fish that's not as fatty, you want to add a fat to it. Like, you really need to make sure you keep that fat up. And because, yes, protein is satiating, but it's the fat that really helps to carry you. And I've really discovered that. I can eat a lot of protein and knock myself into insulin, diabetic coma, and off I go to sleep because you can overeat protein on this too, guys. So even though there's no macros, it is easy to overeat. All right? So there is that. I am actually going to look more into some macros for myself to make sure that I keep, within a relative parameter, because there have been a few times where it's been very simple to overeat protein, and then next thing you know, you can feel your insulin going up, and then you're tired, and then you've got, the turkey sleep, right?
Yes. So you got through to day 14 and over that hump. Did you start to feel better after that? Did you notice any other changes in your body, your demeanor, your mood, anything else like that we should talk about after day 14?
Well, actually, I had a lot of changes happen before day 14. Okay. To start with, as Dory was, because you know what? Because as friends and as friends behind the scenes, we get really honest with each other.
I love you.
Sometimes that honesty is really,
I love you.
Honest, right? So I had, as Dory was kind enough to let me know, I had 3 rolls on my belly here. 3 of them. All 3 of them, count them all. And in the first 3 days, we run an exercise challenge from Monday to Friday live on Instagram. For those of you that are interested, it's on at noon Eastern, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. We just do, 1 or 2 quick exercises and some stretches, gets your body moving. It's actually been doing great stuff for us. But here I am live on camera, 3 days into carnivore, and I have this roll that's like this big, and it's hanging, and I'm like,
oh my God! What?
Well, it only took a few days, and that roll disappeared, and I went from 3 rolls to 2. I now have 1.5. Because I'm not counting that as a full roll, because it's not really a full roll in comparison to the one below it. So I'm down to 1.5 from 3. Thank you, Dory, for the 3 roll.
Well, and it was said out of the most love. She's like,
here, and now we can see ribs and good things, and it's just because you know what, friends can be really honest.
Yeah. And I so didn't mean it in a bad way. I was so proud. I was so proud. I was like, oh my God, you lost like literally, and it was in a matter of days. Like it literally was like 3 days, and I was like, oh my God, you totally lost an entire roll, and I didn't mean it in a bad way. And I was like, you know what, there were 3 distinctive, and now there's not. Like, I'm like, high five, dude, for losing like a whole roll in 3 days. Like, you have a roll and you wake up and roll is gone. Oh my God, celebration.
Absolutely. The next thing that happened was I have rosacea. You guys have seen some of the pictures. I don't post a lot of them. I should post more of them. But my face, especially right here, so let me come a little closer to the camera, okay? So right here, and on my nose, and a little bit on my chin, okay? So you can still see there's still a little bit of red there, and that's not makeup, okay? So I have rosacea, but that's usually very bright red. And within the first week, I started noticing that this redness was starting to disappear. And after 30 days, I'm going to tell you, this area is very sensitive. Like, it's a very, very sensitive area. I can actually feel the outline usually of the redness. And this sensitive area is far, far less sensitive. So my rosacea is starting to reverse itself, which is fantastic.
Wow.
I noticed right away that I had not more energy, just better energy. And I don't know really how to describe that. I have never been one of those people that's been fortunate enough to get keto energy. I've had it like once, 1 day out of 18 months of Energizer, can't stop, keto energy. I have a better level of energy, and carnivore has given me a next step up, which I didn't think was possible. Same thing with my moods. You guys, any of you that have been following me, you know that I've reversed my bipolar with keto. Carnivore has taken that up a level. Like, everything is going up a level. My digestive system has been healing. My hair. Yes,
okay, my God, does your hair ever look so good?
Because it was a disaster. But I actually have curly hair. When I went keto, my hair kind of went frizzy and just a mess all the time. There was nothing I could do that I could put product in it. It didn't make my hair curl. My hair is just poof. Now I have a lot of curl coming back into my hair, like really curly, like on the sides. I have ringlets and stuff in this area. My nails were really cruddy, and now they're getting really strong, like stronger than they've been even pre-keto. My digestion was really, as we discussed, was not great. I have irritable bowel, and I did everything I could keto-wise to heal it. And now carnivore seems to be taking it that next level. Physically, so my results numbers-wise, empirically, for those of you that are scientific, I actually gained 1.8 pounds, and I only lost a net total of 3/4 of an inch off of my body.
How is that even possible? Because I have seen you this month.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, is that carnivore takes everything from your extremities, okay? So I lost inches off my calves, I lost inches off my thighs, I lost half an inch off my neck.
Wow.
I lost inches off my biceps, and it was all moving to the middle. So everything here went out an inch, because with carnivore, see, keto does this all over shaping thing, right?
Yes.
With carnivore, it goes from the bottom up and from the top down to your midsection, and then it goes away. So, of course, I hit a point where my mommy belly here was almost gone. Almost gone. I showed it to my girlfriends. I showed them a picture of before, and I showed them my belly, and they're like, whoa, that's really great. And I'm really glad I showed them, because then everything shifted back. So the mummy belly that I was going to show you that was almost gone is back right now. So not much I can do about that.
Right? How rude.
Also, sorry, Dory. I've been taking a lot of supplements for adrenal fatigue. And within the first 14 days, I was able to cut my supplements almost in half, and now I am down to half the supplements that I was taking prior to. Now, they say on carnivore you shouldn't need supplements. I haven't found that I can drop these ones yet, and I'm okay with that. But I'm down to half the supplements that I was taking 30 days ago. And my husband looked at me 2 days ago and said, you know something? He says, you have a glow about you that's different now.
You do. You know what? That old keto glow that you see everybody else have, like the glow that I get to my skin, the better that my hair and nails is, the energy that I have, you're starting to finally experience that now. And it's an amazing feeling.
Well, my hair, when I went to see my hairdresser last week, she said my hair is getting thicker, which it is, and it's finally stopped falling out, which is awesome, because you can see, and even here, I'll show you, you can see a little bit where, you see how bald that got in there? You see all that new growth in there? You see how that's curly too? Yeah. So yeah, I got really, really bald up in the front here. It was getting really, really concerning, and it wasn't until I added vitamin K2 that finally stopped, but carnivore has stopped even more of that. My hair looks good. It feels really good. It's silky. It's shiny. Like I'm getting everything I need. Like I never thought in a million years that I would eat a diet that is basically meat and feel wonderful. But then tonight, I made my husband supper. He wanted egg roll in a bowl. So I thought, I've done 30 days carnivore, right? So I can go back if I want to. Grabbed one piece of cabbage, put it in my mouth, started to chew, and like my stomach just did flip-flops, and I went, no, I haven't even swallowed it yet.
Nope, spit it out. Spit it out,
I still swallowed it. It's not going to kill me to swallow it, but it definitely let me know that I wasn't having egg roll in a bowl for dinner.
Right? So let's talk about that. So after a month on, do you think that this is kind of the ticket for you, or are you still experimenting? What are your feelings going forward from here?
Well, I have found enough health benefits for myself that I'm going to stay with it for a while.
Okay.
And see how it goes, because I tried everything with keto, and I only got so far, and now I'm getting farther. Yes. And I'm thinking in a couple weeks or so, when my life settles down from the chaos that it is at the moment, I may start doing some deeper biohacking. I do have a blood monitor, so I have a glucose and ketone monitor, and I'm debating about doing some, deeper biohacking that way, setting myself up some macros and monitoring everything to see what's going on, because obviously I'm struggling to lose weight because I still have insulin resistance going on. So if I can figure out, what my ideal amount of protein is that's not going to throw my sugars off, then I'll know how much I can eat in a day. Am I going to allow myself things? Yes. And see how I react. So, I mean, all the way through, I was doing that anyway. It was, I had 3 Brussels sprouts one day. Well, those just about killed me. I had no idea.
That's my favorite amount.
Heck, they're my favorite. I love Brussels sprouts.
And that's my favorite amount. Like 3 Brussels sprouts cut up with bacon and bacon fat, girl. That's my favorite snack ever. That's what I eat at KetoCon to make me be able to poop.
She ate her Brussels sprouts, and then she was like, "Oh wow!"
I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god, dude!" I was like, "Dude, I'm gonna be able to go in like 20 minutes." I could feel it. Like I literally had 2 bites, and I was like, oh, "Dude!" And Wendy looked at me like, "What?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna be able to poop. I'm gonna be able to." Poop! Oh my god, I'm dancing around. Oh yeah, I'm a poop dance. Like 2 days of not pooping and you want to do the dance. When you get that familiar rumble in your tummy, you're like, oh, come to me, familiar rumble.
So when I decide to do the biohacking and the blood testing, then I'll do something similar like I did with the carnivore this month and, run a daily kind of, post of some kind, because everybody really seemed to like that. They really responded well to it because they're interested, right? I mean, people are trying things, and really, what do I have to lose at this point? I started this for my husband, and now we stay on it for me because he's done. He can eat whatever he freaking wants. I can't. So now we're on it for me, and he's 100% supportive. Yeah, Keto Tiny and Vintage says that biohacking and blood testing helps you find your sweet spot, and then guessing. Yeah, and that's where I'm at. I've been doing a lot of guessing, and I've been doing a lot of playing around with keto, but I've done enough playing around that I actually need to get a little more serious about it, and I think it'll do me a world of good to delve a little bit deeper into all of this, because anything I learn, I'm going to share with you guys anyway. And there's got to be a reason why I had such a hard time getting, this has gone down considerably since October. So my belly in October was here, and it has gone down. So, I can get it to here now. But there's a reason why all this is continuing to hang on, and this is hanging on, and my thighs are hanging on, right? There's a reason why. And it's not, people are going to say, well, you need to watch your calories. No. You need to drop the fat out of your diet. No. I've already tried these things. These things don't work for me. So there's something else going on with me. I've done the tracking. I've done the macros. I've watched my calories. I've upped my fats. I've lowered my fats. I've upped my protein. I've lowered my... I've done everything.
I've done all the things.
So, you know what? Now we get scientific, and since I'm always saying I'm a sciencey, geeky girl, and I like all these sciencey things, you know what? It's time for me to get sciencey with keto.
Well, and you know what? Even if you're not sciencey, you can pull it off. I figured out how to do it for 2 months, because when I started keto, nobody could tell me what my macros should be. They just estimated for an average woman, so I had to guesstimate, and I didn't even realize I was biohacking. I did data and everything, girl. What? I tracked all of my food for 2 whole months. But what I did was I didn't limit myself. I just tracked everything I wanted to eat. I ate as much as I wanted, and then I tracked the amounts that I eat, and then I looked back at it and I figured out my own macros from there. But even if you're not sciencey, it doesn't have to be forever. I only had to do it for 2 months, and now I don't track. So, you know what? Invest a month or 2 months or 3 months in yourself to do a little bit of self-experimentation. Do a week or 2 weeks or a month without nuts. Try going without dairy. Try going without, certain things, and just see what works for your body and what your body likes. So let's talk about that, because carnivore's the new buzzword. Everybody wants to do it. I'm seeing results. So-and-so lost this much weight. So-and-so lost that much weight. So bottom line, should everyone carnivore? Is this the way to go? Is this the next step from keto? Should everyone carnivore?
No. I don't think everyone should carnivore. I don't think everyone should keto either.
Ha! I agree.
No, shoot me now. But you know what?
I agree.
Keto's not for everyone. It's not for every body type. It's not for every person. You know what? It's not. Low carb is better for most people.
Yeah.
Keto is, you know what? In the grand scheme of life, keto is restrictive. Okay. Low carb is as good without being, okay? So it depends on what your goals are. It depends on what your body can do. Keto's really good for people who are looking for, you know, really good health results. I mean, it just is. Low carb is where you end up anyway at the end of keto. You don't stay keto forever unless you're on it for medical reasons, like, you know, yours truly.
Yeah.
My husband has been pretty much low carb, although right now he's been carnivore because, well, I'm not cooking vegetables because I'm a bad wife. No, actually, I make him vegetables. I make him vegetables. He's been eating what you would classify as maybe more like ketovore or carnivore keto. So he's having mostly carnivore with, you know, a dose of keto in there. But for me, you know, I haven't been. Should you carnivore? Here's my thinking. There is a beef and butter fast. If you want to try carnivore without the full commitment, do a beef and butter fast for 3 or 4 days. See how you feel. Okay? Second thing, I don't think carnivore is for everyone. No. I watched Dory struggle with it.
Oh, I suffered.
What? You have to listen to your body. My body naturally led me here. As I went along and realized that some vegetables were bothering me, other vegetables just, you know, there were nights I was like, ugh, I don't want to eat vegetables, but I would eat vegetables because it's expected to go on your plate.
Right? Eat your veggies.
Well, what else are you going to eat? It wasn't until I actually met someone doing carnivore that I realized I could do carnivore.
Well, and that's why it's so important to share this experience, because you know what? There are lots of people out there who maybe aren't considering carnivore per se, but they're struggling with foods that don't agree with them. You know, they're having a hard time eating broccoli. They're having a hard time eating nightshades. You know, every time they try to eat an avocado, it upsets their stomach. So if that's kind of what's going on with you, this might be the next step. But bear in mind what works for you and what doesn't, and don't just go with the flow because somebody asks you to. Because I won't lie, Dr. Ken asked me if I would, you know, try their carnivore experiment. They want to do it publicly. They want everybody to join in and do it. And I was like, love you, Dr. Ken. I'm going to support you right over here from the veggie side. Because I love you, but I've already tried this. I already did this experiment, and it was not for me. So all the love, dude. You know, I'll share your videos. I'm all about it. I'll even post extra recipes for carnivore. If you guys need them, come to my group. I'll find them. But I'll be over here waving my flag from my veggie platter. Thanks.
Yeah, so, you know, here's the thing, you guys, is if you need a good elimination diet, this is a great way to get it. But make sure if you're doing it for an elimination diet that you're eating beef only. Okay? It's beef and butter. Like, that's it. Just, you know, eat your beef, eat your organ meats, eat your eggs. Well, no, don't eat eggs because that's not part of the elimination. Like, at the end of the day, carnivore, you're supposed to end up on grass-fed beef only. That's it. I don't know if I'll end up there because I don't know if my budget will allow it, but for right now, I'm doing better. I look better. I feel better. And apparently, I'm not allowed to eat vegetables because when I tried to eat cabbage tonight, I didn't want to. So listen to what your body is telling you. If your body says to you, you know what, I've never really been a veggie eater and I ate them because it was expected, try cutting back a little bit. See how you feel. You know what? And don't do it all at once because I know from personal experience that sometimes cutting out all your carbs all at once can kick you back into keto flu really bad.
Yes.
Which I managed to avoid by keeping my electrolytes high, guys. You have when you're going through keto flu. Okay? So start cutting your carbs down gradually because that's what I did too.
Okay, so question for you, only because it got asked on, we were talking about this with Dr. Ken too, and I got you right here, right now. Can you still do the Ketorade with the apple cider vinegar when technically carnivore is no plant products?
Again, I love what Danny Vega had to say is, why are we asking for permission?
Yes.
do what your body, you know what? I drink apple cider vinegar every day. Now, I was drinking 3 tablespoons. Guess what? I'm down to a tablespoon and a half since starting carnivore.
Because your body doesn't need it as much.
But I still need it to help digest all the salt that's in my water. So I add a little bit to help with the salt, because if I don't, then I get like these nasty gas bubbles and stuff, and it's painful. I don't, because my stomach doesn't want all that much salt all at the same time. So when I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar in there, it helps with the digestion. That works for me. Okay. But I'm not having to drink as much apple cider vinegar because I'm not trying to break down all this plant matter. Now, that being said, I still eat olives.
Oh, yum.
They don't bother me.
Well, and they're such good fat.
And they're great when I'm on the run. If I'm in the store, it's a quick way to grab some fats.
Yes.
And, okay, it's a plant, but you know what? It works for me.
And you know what? You can get it on the go. I was watching Josh from Peterson's. He's on his way back from Low Carb USA, and he showed on his live that he stopped at Whole Foods and got himself, a little container of olives, threw a little bit of mozzarella, balls in there, and it's a great on the go. Just grab your fork, grab your container, and off you go. Throw a little extra olive oil in there, and you're laughing. So, a compulsive overeater on keto said green olives are my carnivore cheat. Yep, I'm totally with you there, because they're not doing anything to my blood sugar. They're giving me electrolytes. They're giving me fats, and I'm not hungry. Yay, and yay. Now, I know something that's kind of off topic, but we have a few minutes left, and I want to talk about it because it came up in my weekend in another group. So it wasn't my group. But somebody posted a recipe that said it was low-carb keto shrimp recipe. So I went to check out the recipe, and the first thing I noticed is that with the combination of sauces, there was about 16 to 19 grams of sugar in the recipe. So I commented and I said, awesome for low carb. Like, this is a wicked low carb recipe. But unfortunately, due to 16 to 19 ounces of sugar, it's not keto. And he kind of freaked out on me. And for the first time ever, I got called a keto snob. Like, me. He called me a snob, called me Felicia, and blocked me. And I was like, dude, I'm not judging, and I'm not, saying anything. But it's important for people to know the difference between low carb and keto. Because low carb doesn't necessarily eliminate sugar. It doesn't necessarily eliminate wheat. It doesn't necessarily eliminate grains. It doesn't even necessarily eliminate potatoes or rice. It's just the amount that you're limiting. So if you're doing low carb, by all means, go out and have low carb tortillas. I still wouldn't have them every day. But if you're keto, then it's not keto. And I love that he can eat it and it doesn't kick him out. But I can eat it doesn't make it keto. Because some people...
if it fits your macros, doesn't make it keto.
Right?
Sorry. It just doesn't. You know what? Because here's the thing. And I'm going to step on my soapbox right here. But the ketogenic diet was formulated by doctors for people with epilepsy, and where it was also used to treat people with diabetes before the advent of insulin.
Yes.
This is a medical diet.
Yes.
The reason that you go by ingredients is because people are using it to heal their bodies with a great side effect of weight loss. I mean, let's face it, it's fantastic for losing weight.
Yes.
But it was formulated as a way to get healthy and to maintain and support different health issues. Keto is a healthy way of eating with a side effect of weight loss.
Yes.
That's how you could be looking at it.
I love it.
Low carb, you can lose weight. Low carb, you can get healthy, all those things. But if you're looking for a really good, healthy way to eat, this is how you do it.
And you know what? You don't know everything in the beginning. Like, even me, I didn't realize that keto eliminated by ingredients as well. In the beginning, I just thought what everybody thought. Keto is low carb plus add some extra fat. Like, keto is low carb. And I can't tell you how many times a day, a week, a month. I want to rip my hair out when someone says keto and low carb are the same, because they're not. Like, that's like saying my twin boy and girls are the same because they were in the womb together. They're not the same. They're really, really not any more related than boy and girl twins who shared a womb. There are some things that are the same, yes. But for me, I think my biggest pet peeve is the whole, it's low carb, therefore it's keto. And it's not necessarily. It can be low carb and be awesome low carb and not necessarily be keto even at all.
No, exactly. You know, it was someone was talking with me last night, and she looked up wild rice. Wild rice, 1 cup of wild rice. Now remember, wild rice is supposed to be better for you.
It's supposed to be healthier.
Rice.
Yes.
Wild rice has, in 1 cup, 120 grams of carbohydrate, guys.
What?
And that's supposed to be good for you.
God. Oh, dear God.
Saying. And you wonder why diabetics stay diabetic.
I die a little on the inside now with things that I know, like, for example, you know, my guy stopped with his kid on the way home and grabbed McDonald's, and, you know, she got chicken nuggets and a hash brown and a large Fruitopia, and I was like, oh dear God, that's like 64 grams of sugar. Oh my God, I'm dying a little on the inside. Not my kid. Shut your mouth, Dory.
Well, you know, I mean, I lived on ginger ale before keto, and that's 32 grams of sugar per can, and I would drink 3, 4, 5, 6
I know, and I was the Diet Pop girl. I loved Diet Pepsi. I loved Coke Zero. I loved them all. Things that I never knew had lots of sugar. Like, when I started keto, somebody posted around St. Patrick's Day Shamrock Shake, and I was like, oh dude, as soon as they come out, I'm like, oh, it's my seasonal treat. It was my favorite since I was a little girl. I only ever have 1 or 2 per season, but as soon as they come out, I am ready. Like, I am ready to be in line. I am ready for that Shamrock Shake. My first year of keto, because I started in April, so now I'm only a couple months in, I see Shamrock Shake season has started, and I'm thinking to myself, maybe just like a mini one. Maybe just like a mini one. And somebody posted, and they're like 64 grams of sugar in a medium. And I was like, oh my God, what?
Have you ever seen all the ingredients in Tim Hortons eggs?
I don't want to know. I don't think I want to know.
So, do you think that eggs should have an ingredient list this long?
Probably not.
Don't you think it should maybe be just
eggs?
Oh no. They have everything in their eggs, because what they do is they make this concoction,
powder
eggs,
it,
freeze dry it, and then reconstitute it and heat it up in the microwave. That's your Tim Hortons eggs, ladies and gentlemen.
See, and I don't like them. I never liked them.
They're full of things that you can't even pronounce.
Unpronounceable.
Other than eggs in your eggs, you shouldn't be eating them. Can I just say that? If it's, you know, something that is not like, you know, green peppers, red peppers, meat, if those things are in your eggs, you can eat those. But if you're, you know, polysorbate 60, please don't eat those eggs.
If your eggs say anything other than might need an extra wash, don't eat it. These would still have poop on them.
I'll have to post the Tim Hortons eggs again, because it's really bad. It's really bad.
I honestly had no idea, because you know what?
There's not any real food there anymore.
Well, and I hear lots, I see people who will do like the Timmy's breakfast without the bun, and I was like, oh, good call, you know, that's not bad. Or like the Starbucks egg bites. But then when you look at what they actually put in their Starbucks egg bites, they're not just egg bites. Like, they're not actually good for you. They might be a better option than, you know, your cruller that you would have gotten, but they're not actually good, whole, healthy food either.
No, you really have to be careful where you're choosing your foods from. And you know what, guys? I'll tell you something. McDonald's can tell you that they have 100% pure beef burgers. let me tell you that my digestive system says...
I was going to say, my digestive system disagrees with McDonald's marketing. I will say that before keto, everybody would always say, oh, McDonald's is cheap meat, cheap meat, cheap meat. But I never really tasted it. But now, seriously, I can taste the cheap on their meat. I'm like, oh, look at that. Hint of, I don't know, cardboard, garbage. I can taste the filler. I can taste the junk. I can actually discern the flavor of the garbage that isn't... I can't put my finger on it and tell you what it is, but girl, that ain't beef.
Nope, it is not. And you know who else is not as good as they say they are? Is Wendy's, because I had a Baconator the other night.
I don't like their bacon.
Without cheese, without a bun. They actually, do you know, I will, hey, props to Wendy's for this. I said I wanted no bun. They put it in a container. It was awesome. But, man, the next day was not a good day for my digestive system. So I don't know what's in Wendy's food, but obviously it's not something I can eat. For the rest of you guys that have a better metabolism than me, you can. Because they really will prepare it exactly the way that you need it.
Well, and I don't often have a problem with to-go food, as in digestive issues. It just doesn't taste as good as it used to. And we just don't eat out like we used to. We used to order in, a couple nights a month, to be honest with you. Payday weekend. Oh, let's just order supper. We'll order pizza, or we'll order Chinese food, or, we'll get chicken delivered or whatever. And now, really, what's the point of ordering pizza when I can pick off the toppings? 2 out of 5 people in my house can't eat that. And, Chinese food, yeah, it's all good, but all the sauces, and who wants to order it without the sauce and have it plain? So now our to-go meal, to be honest with you, is a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. Because it's to go and I didn't have to cook it. And then I throw some salad and some veggies and dip on the table. And that's convenience food at my house now. That is the most convenient food that we get at my house, is a pre-cooked chicken that I just have to rip up. And we just really don't take out anymore. And we save a fortune. I don't even mind sharing that, girl. Because a takeout meal for a family of 4 is $60. So that's $120 a month that I can spend on good food instead of one meal that might have leftovers.
Exactly. Jessie Bell Keto says there's a greasy coating on McBurgers and the like. It's not like animal fat. It's something wrongish. And KFC is mutated chickenish.
Chickenish.
Yeah, but you can though eat at Wendy's. You can eat. A&W is fantastic. Can I just say A&W is awesome? You can get breakfast there. You can get burgers there. If you order the breakfast a bit at a time, so you order all sides, they'll put it on a plate for you. It's awesome. So where else have I eaten that's really good? Five Guys Burgers is great. A&W, Wendy's. Please avoid McDonald's. But although McDonald's breakfast is good, if you get the egg.
I like the sausage. I don't like their egg, though. It tastes rubbery to me.
But their egg is a real egg.
Well, I know it's a real egg, but I still don't like it.
It is egg.
I know. I still don't like it because it tastes rubbery to me. I won't lie. So we've only got about 2 seconds, 2 minutes left. Instagram will unceremoniously kick us off. So everybody's waiting for your final decision. Where from here?
Carnivore for at least another 30 or 60 days.
Okay.
I was going to say 30, but no, 60. I'm doing this.